What is up guys, Benny, and welcome back to a new video. Today what I have for you is going to be the first episode in my Formula 1 2015 career mode. Now I know I haven't uploaded a video in about a week. I am sorry about that. Like I said in the last video I think I put out, just said I've been really busy and of late, so you know I've been playing this game pretty much solidly since it came out on Friday. You're seeing this on Sunday, so we're going to get into the game. And I was thinking about who to start a career mode with, and I was thinking Jenson Button, but I thought there'll be a lot of Jenson Button career modes out there, you know, a bottom team with a popular driver. There's going to be loads of him out there. So I'm going to go for probably my second favourite driver in the grid, if not my joint first, Kimi Raikkonen. I just love him. He's such a cool dude, and he's just straight to the point, you know, yes, I know what I'm doing, and leave me alone, and just all of the stuff he said is absolutely fantastic. And he does make for a great laugh. And of course, he's a world champion, so you can't really deny the guy has got some driving ability, obviously in a good car as well, so it should be nice and good for us. So, of course, as you saw, I'm on Expert. I was going to put it on Legendary, or the hardest difficulty, but I thought I'm not really 100% sure if I can actually win on that. And obviously you guys don't want to see a career mode where I just come 4th and 5th every single race. You know, occasionally when I don't win, that'd be ideal, but you know, 4th and 5th is just not really a great thing. So we're going to get straight on into the first round, of course, is at Melbourne, Australia, a track that I hate with an absolute passion. The first 5 races, Melbourne, China, well it's Malaysia, then China, then Bahrain and Catalonia. 5 races I absolutely hate with passion. They are the worst tracks on the game. If they got wiped off the game, I'd be so happy, but we are going to have to race them. I'm not that bad around them. It's not that I can't race them, it's just that I don't like the track layouts. You know, they're boring to me. You know, they've obviously Malaysia's a little bit different. It's just, I don't know, I just don't really like the races, and I don't really like the circuits that much, and they just usually kick up a boring race. So we're going to get straight on, and I'm going to show you the setup we are going to be running with. It's a sort of, well, I think you've already seen the setup. Yeah, you have already seen the setup. It's a setup that I've not really used that much. Quite a bit of error, to be honest, with what I usually use. I usually use like 2-1 or 3-2, something like that. But we're going to go on into T1 here, or turn 1 and turn 2. Pretty much did them okay. You know, the first part I got alright. The left-hander on the exit was a little bit cutty, so I am sorry about that. And before we get started into the racing qualifying, these are not going to be 100% clean laps. You know, I am not that good at this game. I'm okay, but you know, there are going to be times where I get a little bit rash. I think I have to get past this driver as quickly as I can, dive bomb, a little bit of contact, so they're not going to be massively clean. And of course I make mistakes like that there as well. Some people would see that as a cut, but you know, I do make a lot of mistakes, and you know, I don't want to be someone that races a race 4 or 5 times, do the race over until I get it perfectly. I want to sort of be on the same level as a majority of the people that will be viewing this video. You know, I very much doubt anybody that will be watching this video, very much doubt many people watching this video will be super clean and super fast. So I am just trying to get onto sort of the same sort of level as what you guys are probably going to be. So we're coming up to the end of the lap here, going into the last sector, probably the hardest sector in the actual circuit. Obviously I got that part a little bit wrong, quite a bit wrong there. And then this left-hander we're coming up to right now, this is an absolute pain. This is understeer central. You see there a lot of understeer going into that corner, just got it around in time. And this right-hander is a deceiving one as well, because if you get it right you can get it flat out, but if you don't get it right, it is certainly not a flat out corner, and you're looking on the wall on the left hand side there, so you don't want to be doing that. So we finished the qualifying lap. It is of course a one-shot qualifying lap, and we managed to put the car on pole, which is absolutely fantastic. Usually my one-shot qualifying pace is absolutely awful. I need like 2 or 3 laps to get into the swing of things. I need to make sure I can experiment with the corners a little bit, but we're going to get on with the race now. And the race strategy that I always go for is I go for the harder compound tyres in the first stint of the race, just because everybody else goes for the soft set. So if I can keep with them on the hard set, or even stay in front of them, then you know, I know for the last stint of the Grand Prix I'm going to be so much faster than them. But we do get jumped by both McLarens, both Mercedes, sorry, off the start, and both McLarens. Jesus Christ, I don't think so. But we do find superior grip on the outside of the first corner and manage to put it around the inside, which turns the outside, sorry, which turns to the inside of Lewis Hamilton. Going down into turn 3 now, a heavy braking zone, and again I cut it a little bit, which is, you know, it's a little bit annoying, but at the end of the day this part of the corner is an absolute bitch to get right. It's unbelievably hard. You get understeer, you have to try and trail brake into the corner, so you get so much understeer, and it's just an absolute pain to get right. So we're heading through to the middle sector of the Grand Prix now, and of the race circuit, should I say. We're going to skip to the next, or to the end of this lap, sorry. So it's just going to be the highlights. It's not going to be the full race, just going to be a few little highlights. As you can see here, Lewis Hamilton is closing down onto me, but I take a very, very poor line around the inside there, get very tight, get a poor exit. Lewis Hamilton gets superior drive on the outside of the corner, which turns to the inside of this part of the corner. I think he broke a little bit later than me, so I turn in on him, we make contact, I spin. Can I get it around? No, I can't. I have to chuck it around before I hit the other wall. I come across, jam on the brakes, knock Grosjean out the way, so that was a little bit of poor judgment from me, and we are down from 1st to 7th place in one corner. I didn't try and cut across Lewis Hamilton. I genuinely thought I was ahead of him, and you know, I just made a mistake. We do get a massive amount of of a slipstream there, sorry, and we jump 2 cars going into this right-hander. We push Massa wide, so it's a little bit of a knob move for me, but we get the job done. So we're fighting our way back through the pack now quite quickly. P5 we're in, heading on into lap 3, and we come across this part again, and there's a little bit of an issue. I think there's a yellow flag in this sector. As you can see there, that is I think there's a Toro Rosso going really slowly as we're coming up to the back of Bottas. We're going to dive up the inside. He knows we're there. He gives us loads of room, which is absolutely fantastic driving from him. I give him enough room. I return the favour. Turns to the inside there. I try and keep it tucked all the way in just so I don't make contact with him again, mainly because I like Bottas. That was a poor corner cut from me. That was absolutely shocking, I'll admit that. But as you can see here, I think this is either Stevens or Murray holding up Rosberg here, and we're going to get a little bit of a drive. I think it's Stevens. It is Stevens. He gets in our way now. We're going to go around the outside of him. He cuts across us. We make contact not once but twice, but 3 times we make contact. Also make contact with the wall. Somehow we managed to keep it on the track, and what an eventful start of the Grand Prix this has been. I've made contact with 2 or 3 cars. I've had poor lap after poor lap, and now we're starting to get into our stride a little bit. Rosberg we're coming up to the back of now, and he starts to go slowly. I can't do anything to get out of the way of him. I do make contact with the back of him. Luckily no damage is done. I push him out of the way sort of thing, and we get past Rosberg. Something goes wrong with his car. I'm not 100% sure what it was. He was going really quick for the first couple of sectors, or for the first sector, sorry, in the first couple of corners, and all of a sudden get into the middle sector, and he starts to go slowly. He did not retire from the Grand Prix. He did go 1 lap down, come back out of the pit lane just behind me. Thank God for that. He would have been holding me up, so I couldn't catch Lewis Hamilton. Anyway, move on to lap 8, and we're coming to the end of my stint now. I think Hamilton has already pitted. He has. Vettel comes into the pit just before us, so we're going to go in straight after him. Try not and get stacked. Hopefully the Ferrari garage can get him out as quickly as they can, so we don't stack on top and lose a load of time. They do get him out, but there is another problem. The reset time on the pit crew is just over a second. So as you can see, no one's doing anything. Then all of a sudden they spring into action. They release us on a 4-second pit stop, and we're going to be released back into some traffic. I believe we just beat Bottas out of the pit lane as we get a party invite there. I need to remember to turn notifications off for the next round of this Grand Prix. We leave the pit lane, start accelerating heavily down into the first corner. We are in 3rd place, Hamilton and Vettel in front of us. Now the chase begins. They are of course on the harder compound tyre, we are on the softer. We're going to use rich revs here, or rich fuel mix, and we're going to go, as what Lewis Hamilton's engineers call it, we're going to go into some hammer time. We're going to try our very best to close Hamilton down as quickly as we can and get past him, so we can move on to Sebastian Vettel and still try and get this race win. And this is why I do the strategy that I have actually done. We caught Hamilton so much in this last lap. Sorry, we do get the DRS. We go to the inside. We flick it to the outside of this corner. It actually turns to the inside of the corner. My bad. And we do make sure this time that I get past him before I turn across him, because we do not want to be spun out again, because that will see the end of our race, especially because the pit wall is so very close on that main straight. So we're going to go on into this lap now. I'm just going to show you how far Vettel is ahead. I think he's about 2 or 3 seconds ahead at this point in time, but we're going to close that down very quickly. He, of course, on the harder compound, me on the softer compound. I have the massive advantage here. A little bit of a corner cut, but nothing too drastic, not going to give us too much of an advantage. We go down into the middle sector now, and this is where we start to close on him. Again, a little bit of a corner cut. That gained us a little bit of an advantage, which is my bad. We do get stuck behind him yet again. We go to the outside, and he gets a little bit better drive, so we flick it to the inside. We're going to give him a dive bomb. Are we going to get the move done? We try and give him loads of room. We squeeze him a little bit wide, and again squeeze him a little bit wide. Going around the second right-hander here. It's kind of like the Lesmos around Monza. And then we are going to try and flick up the inside of Murray. Oh, not quite. He's going to hold us up a little bit, but nothing too bad. We are going to get a little bit of DRS off Murray, I believe, and that is going to make sure we stay ahead of our teammate Sebastian Vettel. Lap 12 we are going into now. 3 laps left. We're going to have to make sure we have a very good couple of laps just to make sure that we cement our place in first position. And we've had a fantastic race, I'm not going to lie. We've done absolutely spectacularly to make sure we've come back from our spin on lap 2 or 3 back to the race win. Sorry about the cough there. It's absolutely brilliant. for us to do that. So as you can see, we are setting slow laps, but so is Vettel, so are Hamilton. Their tyres are starting to go off the cliff, and mine are absolutely gone now. Getting to the end of this lap, and the tyres are well and truly off the cliff. They've massively dropped off in this last lap. We're getting oversteer, we're getting understeer, we're getting locked brakes in every single corner. Look at the understeer here, man. I mean, it wasn't that bad. We seemed to manage it okay, but it wasn't anything spectacular. So we do go on into the last lap now. Nothing happened in lap 14. We come to the last couple of corners. Again, lots and lots of understeer. You're going to see understeer central going into that left-hander, which is what I meant in the qualifying section. As you can see here, just understeer and understeer and understeer, and you just couldn't get it tucked in. We needed to brake a little bit earlier, but it does look like we're still going to get the race win as long as Hamilton doesn't get superior drive off of us. He doesn't. We're going to pick up race win number 1 in the first race of the season. Absolutely spectacular start to the season. Hopefully we can continue this sort of form into Malaysia, Bahrain, China, Catalonia, and then we get into some the meat of this season. We get into some nitty-gritty stuff. We get into some tracks I enjoy driving. Look at that. The nice prancing horse sat in P1 and P3. Great start from us. Obviously, Nico Rosberg not picking up any points. He finished in 12th place. So Ferrari are at the top of the Constructors' Championship. I am at the top of the Drivers' Championship. And that is it for this episode, guys. Hope you have enjoyed it. Don't forget to smash that like button if you want to see some more. Don't forget to smash my subscribe button as well. But apart from that, guys, hope you have a fantastic day. And I'll see you all in my next video, which of course will be this week sometime. Probably Wednesday, maybe Tuesday. And of course, I am live streaming now as well, guys. So I'll be live streaming some FIFA and some F1 in the week. So don't forget to follow my Twitch channel as well. That'll be in the description also. Thanks for watching, guys. See you guys next time. Adios.